Now, I'm delighted to be here. Well, I'm not delighted to be here because of the subject matter we're going to discuss very shortly, but it's in connection with the marvellous people of the Limerick Treaty Suicide Prevention Group, a marvellous group of men and women, volunteers, who are out there on various shifts patrolling the River Shannon to keep men, women and children safe. Now let's go to Matty. Matty, will you introduce the good people beside you at the moment?
Hi John, my name is Matt Collins. I'm
Matt,
chairman
right,
Limerick City Suicide Prevention.
Yes.
This is Sarah Beasley. She's with Ian2.
Yep. Oh, marvellous person.
This is Josephine Hogan.
Josephine, how are you? It's good to be with
She's
you.
our fundraiser with Treaty Suicide Prevention.
Very important person.
Dean Payne.
How are you?
Ian2 representative in Limerick as well.
Good man. No, it's great to see this. Now, everyone acknowledges the marvellous work you are doing 7 days a week, 7 nights a week.
We're doing 4 nights a week.
4 nights a week.
Yeah.
But tell me, what has arisen? What is now the problem?
Well, last year we were given funding to get a base to get us off the streets for a year.
Yes.
So this year the funding ran out, and with COVID, the funding coming in to keep the base ran out, so we had to give the base out, give it back. So we're basically back on the street again this year.
Oh dear.
You know, and we're going into 4 years now in Limerick on the streets, John, and it's just, we can't do what we need to do without a base.
But can I ask you, who actually owns the base?
Oh, what was it owned? The base was owned by, well, it's in John Street, was owned by Avery
Estates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the same owners own the base at the moment then?
No, we've actually handed back that building.
You've handed back?
We've nothing to do with it now, we're gone.
Yes, okay.
So we're basically back on the street again. Homeless. We're homeless.
Homeless, yes.
What we've been trying to do over the last few weeks, John, was to drum up support for the council to help us out and give us some place to work from.
Yes, okay.
You know, because I mean, basically, if you're walking down here at night and you meet vulnerable people, obviously they don't want to be on shore, John. They need to be taken somewhere where they can sit down, relax, and give them the option of calling somebody that they know, rather than give them the option of calling the police or the ambulance service. They're already snowed under with work.
They are,
and if we can avoid that, well, that would be brilliant. You know, they're very good and they do come out when we call them. But I mean, if you can take the pressure off of them, because there's a lot of pressure on them.
Oh,
it would be brilliant. So the third option, and it's a new option for us, would be to take those people, sit them down, phone a family, friend, or a parent, or whatever,
whoever, and
get them down to meet these people and get them home.
Yes.
It's much better to have them at home than waiting inside in the barracks for 4 hours to get sorted.
I know, it's awful.
Especially in the vulnerable state they're in.
Yes.
You really don't have any injustice.
Anything could happen.
Well, look.
A split second.
Yeah, of course it can, but you also have to be aware, John, when we're there and we're talking to people. People know why we're talking to other people.
Oh, yes.
And some people take photographs, and some people know the people, and they go back and maybe misconstrue why we're there in the first place.
Oh, dear God, that's
and it's
terrible.
embarrassing for the vulnerable people you're trying to deal with.
Yes.
So it has so many different heads, shall we say. Like,
I know.
You know, so the basic thing is we need someone to take them, John. We also need some place to store the valuable equipment that the city has provided the money for us to buy.
Right, yes.
You know, the people in the city are fantastic. It's the city fathers, the council, and our TDs, to be quite honest, I have to say, some of the TDs are working well with us, and they're trying, but they're being stonewalled by the council.
So the council is the problem?
Well, the council obviously are the problem, and I keep saying to the people in the council, they're people like us, John. What if some of their family come here and I can't help them and they're there on the street, or I have to take them over the river? Yeah. Are they going to wait? I have to keep saying, are they going to wait for me to tell them their loved one has been identified at the slipway St. Michael's because they didn't give us a hand, or they didn't come out? The people in Limerick are up in arms because of this. The council are ignoring them, like they're doing with so many homeless people today, John.
Homeless? Well, I covered a very comprehensive interview there with Sarah Beasley.
Yes, but
and
ourselves as a group,
it's disgraceful, yes.
Yes, but ourselves as a group.
Yes.
We work with the homeless every night because you can't ignore them.
No.
Sarah's group helps us by giving us clothing, sleeping bags,
absolutely,
and everything, including food if she has it.
Yes.
You know, and we're giving it to the people we meet at night every night, and we're dealing with people in severe addiction. They're not here to hurt themselves. They're just here to try and find somebody to help them, and they don't know where to go. The 9-to-9s are full. There's no beds for them.
No.
The other option is to be given a sleeping bag and stay on the streets.
Yes.
And this is not good enough. And we need without Sarah's help and without the likes of Dean coming to help us,
yes.
where are we going to go?
Well, I know Dean has actually has to return to work. Like fair play to you, Dean. But now you're just listening there to Matt, and it's just again, it seems to be bureaucracy gone wrong again.
I spoke to Joe there, come back a good couple of months ago.
You did.
And suicide, you know. The thing is, it's a common thing now in Limerick, isn't it? You know.
It is, yes.
It's not every day; it's every week. It's just someone in the river. But I had a friend of mine that threw himself into the river to come back a couple of years ago. So, just to touch on what the lads do before I do start talking is the work they do is to commend the lads for the work they do. It's just unbelievable.
I agree with you.
They're out in all kinds of weather. Do you know what I mean? So, look, I've been harping on about council for years. You know, I've been down the throats on certain issues. Look, I would hope, I'd even beg them to make the right decision and give the lads a base so that, you know, they can comfort someone, save someone's life maybe, and have a chat with them there and then. I've seen it myself. I've seen the lads there. I passed the tree stone only a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And there was a woman there. There was tinfoil wrapped around her, and there was guards there, you know, comforting her on the side of the road, footpath. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's just it's a sad state of affairs now that we have to. It dissolves a battle, Linda. It's the same where I'm from as well. It dissolves a battle with the council.
Yes.
It shouldn't have to be always about a battle. Listen to the people.
Yes.
Dialogue. They're representing
Talk.
the people. Yes. Have a chat with them. Say, right, this is what we can do or what we can't do. Sit down, have a chat. If it's a case, even I don't know if the lads even renting out the Arthur's Quay tourist spot there. It's left idle. So surely God can come together, and even if it's a rent to be paid, we'll come trumps and raise money and try and help out somebody.
You'd have huge support from the public. But the whole thing is, the lads are doing amazing work. Yes. All right? They're doing it off their own back. And, geez, they're not looking for an arm and a leg. They're looking for a place, for a base to save people's lives, to sit down, have a chat with them, comfort them, and mind them. And the thing is, you can't mind someone on the side of the road. No,
you can't.
No, it's just impossible.
Look, we're out here shivering at the minute.
Yeah.
We're shivering.
Can you imagine somebody being taken out of the river?
There's just someone sitting there,
yes.
And the lads are comforting them, waiting for the guards to come along. And they have no base. I'm absolutely mind-boggled by this. Like, the council should be listening to the people. Yes. They should listen to these people, not us, these people.
But you see, the problem with that is this, with all of this in our political, maybe it's everywhere across the world, that politicians are marvellous for coming out when there's funding to be got for, you know, making up a new road or putting a statue up to John Prendergast and the great man that he is, you know, the hero. I'm being sarcastic now.
I know.
But when it comes to very basic human rights, they're never around.
Yeah.
They just go to funerals and shake hands. That's all.
I would call on the council to make the right decision.
Yes.
I'm affiliated to AN2.
Yes, well, that's fine.
I don't give two hoots who's affiliated to anyone else. Everyone should be coming together. Every TD and councillor should be coming together and working behind these people and get them what they want and what they deserve, because at the end of the day, the lads deserve the best.
They do.
They're not looking for money, they're looking for a place, a little home there that can bring someone in and comfort them in their hour of need, because at the end of the day, these lads, the councillors will come around looking for the votes, this and that, get out there and all come together as one for this because it's needed, lads.
It is.
I've been harping on about it. Look, you know what, even I've been drained the last couple of years talking about it, and stop talking about it, and they shouldn't have. We should keep fighting.
Yes.
Because that's what happens. They want you to drain. I know, but they drain the life of you. That's what the council do. They want you to give up.
Yes.
So the lads won't give up because they're here 4 nights a week. 4 nights a week.
Yes.
And I said it again, I repeat it, they're doing great work. Yes. I commend them on that because the whole city's behind them. They are.
They are.
The whole city's behind them.
Yes.
And I just fair play to you lads, they're doing great work, honest to God.
Thank you. Good man, thanks for that. Let me go to and the very best. And Sarah, how are you today?
I'm good.
And thank you so much indeed for the previous interview the day before yesterday. A lot of people, a lot of traction on it about boarded up houses. Isn't it strange that I know, and on the Virgin Media, on RTE1 last night on prime time,
I watched it.
They were talking about, and they had two ministers, one Sinn Féin and one is Fine Gael. And isn't it amazing? The very facts that Sarah brought up in our interview were brought up last night. 25% of houses boarded up, and all it takes is somebody with a little bit of gumption in the council, wherever they are, across the country, and you know, they were even costing, and it would cost quarter to fix these houses up? I don't know.
The average price of a house in Dublin at the moment, with the new ideas
Yes.
from the government,
Correct.
the new proposal, €450,000 euros.
God
How can you
help us.
afford it? The Sinn Féin one was 2,500. Or 122,500.
Yes.
So it was half the fraction of the cost of the Fine
But
Gael.
you see, that
And
is
they're
the
going to help with
problem.
their one, not the Sinn Féin one.
We're paying 1.5% higher interest rates in mortgages than our counterparts in Europe, and the average cost now of renting a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment anywhere is over €2,000 a month. So that's your salary gone. What in the name of God is being done here?
They're actually creating homelessness there.
But they are. I mean, we need ministers, we need the Taoiseach and the Taoiseach and other political leaders to come together, just as Dean said there, come together on an all-Ireland council and clarify this problem and just sort it once and for all. And it can be done.
Of course it can be done, John. It's simple. If they got down to the way we're thinking, the average person,
Yes.
maybe then they might actually get it right.
Well, I just
they're
hope.
not talking to the average people, John.
Not at all.
They're talking to other ministers, they're talking to other affluent people who can afford these prices. We can't.
No.
You know,
It's
we can't
disgraceful.
afford a box to actually walk out of to help our city.
Yes.
Yeah. We're doing this to help the city.
Yes.
And the fact that we're still here 4 years later, Sarah, sorry now for cutting you,
Yeah.
is the fact that we're here 4 years later is that the people want us here. If
Yeah,
they didn't, they wouldn't support us, John.
No.
And we wouldn't be here 4 years later.
Well, I'm anxious for you to get out of this freezing, biting cold. I'm with Josephine and Sarah now. Sarah, this is a disgrace.